Pokemon Emerald version by OnTheCobb. Uploaded the save file. Fine. Gonna keep it going. Second day. Last left off in Mauville City. The gym leader, Watson... Watson! Uses electric types, and his ace is Manectric. This is gonna be tricky, since I don't have any ground types in my party, and the only ground type move I got is Zigzagoon's Mud Slap. Too weak. Electrike should be able to tank some electric type moves though, and Combusken's Ember and Double Kick can take out Magneton. My Pokemon are a bit under-leveled, but it's 6 against 4. I got this. I whited out. Darn. Goodbye, money. It was that frickin' Manectric at the end. Kept paralyzing my Pokemon and lowering their attack. And Watson used like 20 super potions. Even when I paralyzed it with Electrike, it didn't help. I also don't have any revives, so when they're dead, they're dead. No problem though, that was just the test run. Next time, for sure. I whited out. Of course, it would get a crit in that situation. I'm blowing too many super potions and paralyze heals. Goodbye, money. It would be different if I had a ground type, but I don't. No Geodude. The only ground type I've caught so far is... Nincada. That's it! I whited out. Okay, so it wasn't it. There was one shining moment where I swapped out to Nincada, and Manectric's Shockwave couldn't hurt me, but then it used Quick Attack and one-shot my level 6 Nincada. In hindsight, I should have trained him more. Goodbye, Actually, how much money do I lose every time I white it out? Half?! I lose half of everything when I white out?! That is so cheap! I shouldn't be having so much trouble on this gym! If I could get a ground type, this would be nothing! But of course, all the closest ground types are in the desert, and I can't get there unless I have Rock Smash, and that HM only is available after I beat Watson! It tears it! Time for my secret weapon! I took Nincada to Route 117, gave it the EXP share, and had Combusken up front. I didn't have the money for potions and junk anymore. Luckily, Zigzagoon's pickup ability makes for a convenient source of items. Repels, Pokeballs, antidotes, potions. It helps. At least he chips in, unlike my other Pokemon. Looking at you, Electrike. Anyway, I spent an hour or two fighting on Route 117, catching the Pokemon I could. Illumise, Seedot, and... Volbeat? That's a surprise, they're usually like 1%. Then again, with how much time I spent farming EXP... Anyway, I leveled up Nincada to level 19, then went back to the Pokemon Center and opened up a space in my party. Then I took Nincada to level 20. It evolved into Ninjask. No longer a ground type, but that wasn't the point. I got a Shedinja. Time for Operation Wonder Guard. Finally! I beat Watson! Who knew winning was as easy as having a Pokemon that his ace could never hit with any attack? Sure, Shedinja got paralyzed, but other than that, it was invincible. Thank you, Wonder Guard. Only super effective moves can hit, and I battled enough times against Manectric to see its moveset. Is it cheap? Absolutely. You know what else is cheap? Having 2 smashable boulders blocking the desert. The Dynamo badge is mine. All mine. So is Rock Smash. Taught it to Zigzagoon. He's my HM dump, I think. Planning to teach it Strength when I get it, so my other Pokemon are free to learn useful moves. Like Combusken's Bulk Up. Young me would never have a move that didn't cause damage, but present me is smarter, and sees how useful that move can be, especially at the start of a long battle. Battle Frontier better watch out. Now, I can finally go to the desert and get the Pokemon I've been looking to add to my team. Smashed right through those boulders and went to the What do you mean I need special goggles to enter? Okay, I guess I'm putting off the desert for a little while longer. A shame, since ground types would have also been useful against the fire type gym next. Oh well. I got the Macho Brace from beating the Windstraight family, but I don't know exactly how it works. Does it double XP or something? I tried it out. Nope. Whatever, it has to be useful for something. I'll give it to Auron. Left Shedinja behind. Wonder Guard is useful, but it would never last in the battle frontier. Bug types are still too weak. Nothing personal. Caught a Nummel, then had to take a detour since Team Magma showed up. Oh yeah, Team Magma. The guys that want to make a volcano erupt and probably doom Lava Ridge Town. They also say they're the good guys. Sorry, Team Aqua has already won me over. Anyway, they're blocking the cable car, so I have to take a detour through the fiery path, catching a couple of Pokemon along the way. Machop, Torkoal, Slugma, Coughing. No Grimer yet. This is a great training for my Wingull. It's the only strong Pokemon I've got with a water-type attack. Perfect for the fire-type gym. And sure enough, I leveled it up to a Pelipper. Even taught it Protect. Why not? It might come in handy. On to Route 113. Spinda and Skarmory were caught. Neat. Falarbor Town. There's nothing in Falarbor Town. I don't care about the battle tents. They're pale imitations of the battle frontier. Route 114. Swablu and Seviper. I'm happy I caught a Seviper. Those things are usually rare. Moving right along. Meteor Falls. Caught a Solrock and fought Team Magma, but they made off with Professor Cosmo's meteorite, which they plan to use to power up a volcano and cause it to erupt? Seeing one or two holes in this plan, but whatever, they're not blocking the cable car anymore, so up to Mount Chimney we go! Rather than backtracking through Falarbor, I go south to Rustboro, then east to Verdanturf, Mauville, then north. It's faster. Got up the cable car and fight off a bunch of magma grunts, as well as admin Tabitha. Wait, is that a boy or a girl? Tabitha sounds like a girl's name, but the sprite looks like a guy. Why didn't Professor Birch ask this guy if he was a boy or a girl? It's gotta be a guy. I need to look this up, since it's bugging me. Put your crazy meteorite volcano plan on hold, Maxie. I need to check this. Yeah, Tabitha's a dude. I knew it. Okay, now I can stop Maxie. His Camerupt is no match for my Pelipper. Team Magma flees, and I continue to Lava Ridge Town down the Jagged Pass. Spoink is mine. Lava Ridge Town. I get an egg that has a Wynot in it, and promptly stuff the egg into my PC, where I may or may not forget about it. Time to face Flannery! Pelipper is strong enough to take on the gym by itself, but I need to have backups. Combusken's Double Kick is pretty good, and Curlius Confusion still holds up. Torkoal is her ace, and it has good defense, but I should be okay. Done! Heat Badge is all mine. And Strength. Ready to teach this to Zigzagoon, and... What do you mean he can't learn Strength? Alright, which of my Pokemon should I teach this to? Not Blaziken or Electrike. So then... Auron. That's not so bad. Strength is a powerful normal-type move, and it's replacing Tackle. I can deal with it. And then I run into May! Thankfully not to battle. She gives me the sand goggles, bless her. Now I can go into the desert and get the Pokemon I've been dying for. I don't waste a second, and I travel up the Mirage Tower. It's a good thing I have my Mach Bike, otherwise I'd have to waste more time before climbing this thing. I pick up the Root Fossil because it doesn't matter, I'll get the Claw Fossil later. But, more importantly, I catch the Pokemon I've wanted. Trapinch. This thing starts off small, but evolves into a beast Flygon. It'll take time, of course, but I finally have the ground type I've always wanted, and a dragon type later down the line. My Pokemon will cover all the bases, and Trapinch will join the training regime of greatness. At this point, Zigzagoon is just around because he has 2 HMs and his pickup ability. He can't keep up, and I have no interest in a normal type. My team is pretty spread out, though. 7 Pokemon are among the ones I keep switching out and training. They are as follows: Combuskin, Pelipper, Lombre, Curlia, Aron, Electrike, and Trapinch. It's coming along nicely, but there are 2 more Pokemon to add to this roster. And add them I will, but not right now. Now I'm gonna take a break before squaring off against Norman and the Petalburg Gym.